Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. So I keep feeling this because it's got a little bit of velvet on it. I went to the charity shop today and this is one of the things that I bought. It's quite a big book. It's a modern book, but it's Trisha Guild pattern. I paid £1.25 for it. And it's just full of lovely, lovely patterns. And this is all touchy-feely. And I just thought these would make lovely pages in a junk journal. And it's not too shiny. Some of the pages are shiny, but some of them aren't. And this was the clincher. It's got these vellum sheets in it. And there's quite a few of these throughout the book, which I thought were amazing. Now this is a shiny page, and I'm not so keen on shiny pages, but there's an awful lot of pages that aren't shiny, and I just thought they would be good for collage, and some of them, because they've got patterns on both sides, would be good. And here's another vellum page. So I mean, that is just gorgeous. I just like that. Chop that up, make nice little collages out of it. It is shiny, you can see the shine. So for sheets like that, I would either have to try and do something to take away the shine, and I know there's lots and lots of ways that can be done, but you know, just look at all these just really lovely patterns. And like that page isn't shiny, so you have got these random then bits that aren't shiny. Oh, and look, and I missed a vellum there. How stunning is that? For £1.25, I was very, very happy. So there is enough in here that isn't shiny that I can use straight away without actually doing very much with it. So I thought I quite often bring you a charity shop haul, and oh, I like that, and then not do an awful lot with it. You know, if I wanted to make a big journal, so that I'm going to use that because it's velvet, it's nice, and it's not very shiny. So I was going to say, although it's a big book, it's actually nice to have big board like this, which would make a lovely cover, but it's actually got this really nice pattern as well. So yeah, so what I thought I'd do is, as I say, I quite often do this and then I don't show you me doing anything with it. So I thought this one is I'd show you what I bought. I did buy a couple of other books as well, some lace. So this is what I do with any book I am gutting, is you just go down that bit between the board of the book and the spine, and just be quite careful, she says, going at it with complete abandon. Just go down there. You want to try and not split the spine if that is important to you. It isn't that important to me for this one, but some books it is. And then once you've done the one, it's very much easier to do the other, because you can fold it right back. And there we go, that's it done. So I've got this, which I could cut down, and I've got a front and back cover there, and I quite like the design on it actually as it is. So that you might find me using that at some point, but right now it is just easier for taking out the sheets that you want, and I particularly want these vellum sheets, so I can take those out quite easily, she says. Struggling. There we go. Just pulling it off. No, I've got that. That's a nice pattern. So it's not too bad on the other side. So that could be either folded in half and become a page, or I could use these as backgrounds on tags. But it was these vellum sheets that I really wanted. So that is lovely. That would be a nice sheet in itself, was what I was thinking. Or I could make some bags or something out of it. So I'm going to go through and find another one. So they're all shiny, and I thought what I'd do is kind of separate the shiny sheets that I may or may not use, all these shiny ones. So I thought I'd separate the shiny from the ones that aren't shiny. So these are all shiny, so that's lovely, but shiny. So at the moment I'm not interested in shiny. I'm going to try. See, that's quite nice. I'd keep that. That would go on a tag quite nicely. Let's see. I could possibly have been better at pulling that off, but that is quite nice to put on a bit of collage. It's just interesting texture. Okay, let's pull some of these off. Just makes ripping out the pages a bit easier. Right, there we go. I'll stop now. There we go. Another bit of vellum. I'm quite interested in how many bits of vellum I've got. Now, here I've got sheets that are not shiny. So they will be used. That's vellum. So here we've got a whole chunk of pages that I can use that are not shiny. So they're going under the vellum. How gorge. Now we're back to shininess. So quick flick through. Make sure there's not a bit of vellum hiding in there that I haven't not noticed. Don't think so. There we go. In fact, this piece is gorgeous. Actually feels like I might have missed a bit of vellum in there, because that feels like quite a big chunk. And they were quite regular. Let me check. How boring is this for you? Oh, that's lovely. I really need to sort out a way taking the shine off. Oh, just embrace the shine. Why not? Let's just make a journal that's got shiny bits in it. No, that is definitely all shiny. Let's pull this off. I feel like one of those strongman competitions where they pull apart like a telephone directory. There you go. Get that off. There. Chuck that down with the other shiny shinies. Get these bits off. That's interesting. Now that's stunning, isn't it? Absolutely. Just gorgeous. Really like that. And here we've got non-shiny pages. Very nice. Oh, that's nice. So I can see myself, a bit of vellum, doing something with these. Is that what a great book. £1.25. I'd probably pay £1.25 just for the vellum bits. Oh, now we're back to shiny. That's not shiny. Very pretty. I feel it was a nice book. I could have sat and read it properly. Never mind. Most of it's pictures. But there is lots I can do with these pages. Lots and lots. Oh, there's a shine. Don't want the shine. There we go. So, I do think it's quite strange that it's got this mixture of shiny pages and non-shiny pages. Oh. Very cool. Shine, shine. Lots of shine. There we go. So, I just, you know, it's sometimes you just don't know what you get. And I do just saying, don't dismiss a book because it's modern. There's lots you can do even with a modern book. And if I hadn't have opened this modern book, look at the treasures I would have missed out on. How beautiful is that? Just lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And is that my vellum piece? Please let that be the nice vellum piece. It is. So gorgeous. Love it. And now we've got shiny, shiny, shiny. Non-shiny. Oh, I feel like there should have been a bit of vellum there, splitting up those two sections. And then this is nice, nice. There we go. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pieces of really nice vellum, and then all these lovely pages of non-shiny yumminess, as Julie would say. That is, yeah, going to use these. I mean, they're just beautiful. You could just use that. Make a few envelopes and tags. How lovely would they be? Just lovely, they'd just be lovely. And then I've got all this shiny paper that I might use for something else. So, very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. So, bit of vellum here. That could have an interesting page in a journal. Now I've got a journal here that I'm currently making. You may or may not have seen the end of this journal because I don't know when this would come out, but I could choose a place in here, and maybe a vellum page would go down well, maybe in there. Yeah. So I think I do like that flower one. Oh, there's that flower one. A bit like flower in there. Yeah, might do that one. So that was a really straightforward, simple way of using this. Now these sheets are 8 inches tall, so let's see where my 8 inches are. So my 8 inches there. Right, I'm just gonna take that tiny sliver off there to neaten this edge. I'll get rid of that. And I want that pink, so I'll take it off the other side. So I've got a strip there in my scrap box, and did I cut it down to 11? I think I did. So I want this pick flower, so we'll take that bit off. There we go, another bit for my scrap book. So now just need fold it in half. Just give it a little bit of a burnish. And there, just got a nice little interesting page that I've added to this journal. Now I'm thinking, should it be near that blue one? Oh, that'll do. So there we go, that's one way. That's one way of using it. Got all these bits of scraps. Don't know why I've literally moved it from one place to the other. Don't know why I did that. So then we could make some envelopes with them. That might be quite nice. Got the envelope punch board somewhere. There we go. So I have got myself some large, it's quite a large piece. Let's measure. So it is 9 inches by just over 11.5. So we can't go any more than 9. So I can make a 5.5 by 5.5 envelope. That's quite large, probably not as large as I would need. 6 by 5, again, that would be quite large. So what about a 4x6? 4x6 envelope would I'd need 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. Shall we try that? Let's try that. So, and then we'd still have room to make something else. Let's do 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. And that, oh, I like that. That would just be nice over the top of a tag, wouldn't it? Whichever way up I wanted to do it. Yep. So, looking in here, what we got? 6x4, so 8 1/4, 3 3/8. So, let's get this out. Let's go to 3 3/8. There we go. Line that up now with the line we've just scored. Always lining that line up. Do it again. There we are. And then we can go back in here to round those corners. Now I'm rounding them all because I haven't decided yet exactly what I'm going to do with this. So it's quite thick. Sometimes if you're using really thin vellum, you would have the punch would. I always think, should I keep those? No, no, chuck them, Jez, chuck them. Chuck, chuck, chuck. So let's give a burnish. Don't think I scored it as well as I could have, but it's okay. There we go. So yeah, I'd want the envelope turf that way up. So that's going to be the flap. I absolutely have not scored that in the right place. You can see the lines aren't straight. It's not quite straight, Des, but we're not that bothered. So pretty envelope that could just hook over a page in a journal. Quite like it there. I would prefer it to be the other way around though. So yeah, so that flower's more up the right way. That's quite nice. Quite nice indeed. So we need to just, I do like to fold that bit back. So go in there between the 2 points and then rub that against the ruler. So it can then be folded back on itself. Yeah. That's cool. Cool, cool, cool. So we just need a bit of glue. To glue that down. So I know you can see through vellum, but I've got somewhere, there we go, I've got some stamp and seal. This doesn't show as much. So I'll go down there, and we'll go down there. Doesn't show as much. I can see it quite clearly. There we go. So that is a nice vellum envelope like that. Then I've got this, which I like my idea of using it as a tag. So if I get something white behind it, white or cream, white or cream, what shall I do? I've got a bit of cream here, some very vanilla. Have that behind it. Yeah, like that. So how wide is this? It's about 3 3/8. So 3 3/8. Quite nice. Let's neaten that top. I'm going to neaten that top with a guillotine. And then let's chop it down to, so take this one for instance, that's 8 inches tall, isn't it? So we'd want to go, let's go to 7 3/4, 7 1/2. Let's do 7 1/2. Another scrap of vellum. So we'll go here, 7 1/2. And I'm not going to stick it out. I think it looked nice with it being like that, or I might sew it. Could sew it. Now you can either I will. I'm going to use my I'm going to use my favourite punch. I'm going to do that one. So that's going to fit on it like so. So I just want it held in place along the top. Now I could do it by just putting an eyelet in there, and the eyelet would hold it in place. Quite probably. So, photo corners, I have got a jar for these. I think I might just put a bit of glue down the top of this. Maybe just a tad along. Along those side bits. There we go. And I'll just stick it in place at the top there. So I've put glue in the middle because that is where I'm going to put the tag topper thing. I can't really see the gap, but I'm going to leave that. So you can see that underneath. Yep, liking that. So we'll finish that off with, oh, I just dropped that bit of card in there. Oh, I could use, yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, so what I quite like is making it 3/4 of an inch wide. Is it 1.5 inches? Just shy of 1.5 inches, but that's fine. So then we fold that in half. It's about a square. Won't be quite because it wasn't quite 1.5 inches, but be good enough. So then that can go in the top there. It matches the bottom. It's quite nice on the other side. So we'll stick that in place, and then I'll put an eyelet in it, and then it'll be well and truly secured. And I don't think it needs anything else on it. But I may decide later on, depending on the journal I put it in, that it will look good in someone else. So give that a good press. And look at me not inking. not like me at all. And then I'm just going to put an eyelet in it. So what I often do is I set this to 3/8 of an inch, which is what it's at, which is halfway, so that helps if you wait till it dries, which being vellum takes a little bit longer. There we are. And then we'll get an eyelet. And I might do something that I don't normally do. And that is put a silver eyelet in. And there we are. That's my little tag. I could do with a ribbon. Let's get a bit of ribbon. I've got this pink ribbon that I think, there we are, I think will go nice. Is this, I've forgotten what the colour's called. Polished pink. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Stick it through. There we go. Bit long. There we are. I'll keep those little bits. That's my little tag. So that is one of my vellum sheets taken care of. Nice envelope. And then, because you want to put something inside the envelope, don't you, to write on. So let's have a little look-see at some of my paper here that is not shiny. Have I got a nice piece that I could use? No. Where's that other one on that side? Oh, it's that on the other side. So this has got quite a bit of stuff that you could write on. That was what I was thinking, that it would have space that could be written on, like that space that could be written over. Oh, and that's pretty. That's pretty. Very pretty. So 6x4 is what we've got. So well, it's made for a 6x4 card. So there we go. That's 6. So that will go in. Oh, that's stunning. That can go in that way, yeah. So then if we do this to 8. There we go, and then we can just fold it over in half. And that, nice little insert that can be written on. Leave the scraps there. And then I'm going to take a corner rounder around these corners. And then that's just lovely. Open it up. That can be written on. That's absolutely gorgeous. I could just stick that on the corner of a page as it is actually. Seems a shame to hide it in there, doesn't it? Yeah, it does seem a shame. I'm just going to leave that as it is. That would look lovely in a journal. Something like that. Put that like that. With a paper clip. How gorgeous is that? And you could add a word to it, whatever, but that's beautiful. Leaving that as it is. Job done. So in there, I'll just get some white paper. She says, looking around for white paper. Something fell down there, I don't quite know what. So a bit of white paper. I haven't opened. I thought I've got, that's a full packet. That's an open packet. Right. So this just needs chopping up. And I think white would look better anyway. In it, white or cream, doesn't really matter. Cut that down to 6. Fold it in half. This is 8 1/4, but it's probably all right. Yeah, it is. Perfectly fine for going in there. Give it a burnish. There we go. Nice little addition to a journal, that, as is that, which could be added to this one. So we've got that on there. Right. I was just thinking I could do that with it, but then that sticks up too much, doesn't it? If I'm sticking it over a page, it's probably come up too much. So we'll just clip it in there. I think. And then we've got that there. All right there, all right there. Has that got something in it? Yeah, that's got a bit of something in it. Oh, da, 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 da. That's a bit boring. That goes well with that. Gee, I love it when a plan comes together. There. I do think now that is the finishing touches for this journal, which I've got to make the cover of. I haven't really shown you this one being made. It's my non-inky version of my other Dainty Flowers journal, but I think those make a lovely addition. And I'm just thinking, is there another page I can put similar to that on here that picks out those sort of colours? But there is. Let me see what I can find. I'm not going to use that one. Might take that one. There's plenty of options. Quite a lot of lovely options. Oh, I am liking this page, so let's just have a look at these I've picked out as possibilities. Let's have a look at this one. So we'll take this pink bit off. And then that's fab for something else. So I'm looking at, yeah, that on there. That's what I'm looking at. I think the other one I was a bit wider with, wasn't I? Yeah, I did it 6 before. And then that can be written on the other side. Yep, leave it at that. Yeah, I was 4 inches. I was thinking 6 inches wasn't wide enough, but there we go. Done it now. Where's me? Clip's gone again. There we go. So I hope that's given you some ideas of ways of using other books, modern books, and you know, when you're in the charity shop, open them up. You might be surprised what you find when you do. So that has just added some lovely little touches to this journal. I love that you can see through that. Nice little envelope. And then another one of these there. So yeah, hope you like that. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be back with someone else very soon. Okay, thanks for joining me. Bye now.